Alright, I've chosen to do something a little bit different here. I've chosen to practice two subtraction problems because subtraction's harder than addition, and honestly you can turn a subtraction problem into addition problems, and two division problems because division problem is harder than multiplication, and you can turn a division problem into multiplication. I'm going to do an A and B. Well, apparently this is B and B, but I'm going to do the two on the left. You're going to do two on the right. I'm going to try to remind myself to make this change before I print it off again for you guys, and here we go. So I'm going to put this over 1 so I have a denominator. I look at my factors and I use the factors in the denominator, and just so you know, you're going to have to factor this guy over here first. I use my factors in the denominator to create a least common multiple. This guy has a 1, so I'm going to make sure 1's in there, which it always is, right? And x plus 2. So I need to write both of these so they have a least common multiple, least common denominator of x plus 2. I'm going to try to get this to focus a little bit right here. Maybe if I move it a little bit. Not too bad. I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to change it to addition. So to change it to addition, I'm just going to do a plus sign here and then change the top to the opposite signs, negative x minus 3. Okay, so we're ready to work. This already has the least common multiple of x plus 2. This one needs to turn into least common multiple. And remember, we're only getting least common multiples for addition and subtraction. So on this side, I'm going to multiply both top and bottom by x plus 2. I'm going to multiply this by x plus 2. Let's do our change. Well, x plus 2 times 1 is x plus 2. X plus 2 times x plus 2. Well, if I FOILed that, my first would be x squared. I'm going to do my outer and inner together. Look, my outer would be 2x, and my inner would be 2x. So I'm going to write 4x. Remember that and ask someone at your group if you don't know how I got that 4x. And then 2 times 2 is 4. Alright, and I'm going to add that to, well, this guy already has a common denominator of x plus 2, so now they have a common denominator, which allows us to add. I'm going to bring my negative x minus 3. So let's go ahead and put it equal to. Alright, my denominators don't add, they're x plus 2. And here we go. I add anything that's like terms. X squared, there's only one x squared. 4x plus negative x is now 3x. 4 plus negative 3 is now plus 1. Nothing factors here, so I can just circle that guy. Alright, remember when you try this, bring this up top, make that a plus, and factor this and look for a least common multiple. Alright, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do this problem as well. Alright, division. So remember, KCF or KFC if you like the food chain. We're going to keep flipping change, but let's factor first. Something multiplies to negative 8 and adds up to 2. So that's going to be positive 4 and negative 2. And now I'm going to change everything. I'm going to flip this. Alright, and you know what's weird? I don't think much is going to factor out here, but that's okay. So I'm going to have the left side doesn't change. I keep. Alright, that stays the same. Change, my sign changes to multiplication, and the F is flip. So I'm going to put my x plus 4, x minus 2 on top, and then I'm going to come over here and say 8x. Ooh, I take that back. Let me erase that. I was moving this one to the bottom, so that is x minus 2. So remember, anything on top of either one can cancel out with anything on bottom. So looks like I have an x minus 2 on top and bottom, and I have no other common factors. So my answer is literally just going to be x plus 4 and 8x squared, and I'm going to circle that. Now, something I haven't done for either one of these are EVs. So those are excluded values, right? Alright. And you go to the original problem, and any factor set equal to 0 on the denominator, right, in the denominator. So there's only one in the denominator here, which gives me x equals negative 2. And there's 8x squared and x minus 2. I think everyone can see the x minus 2 would give me x plus 2. Even though it crosses off, you include that. I should say x equals negative 2, right? It's a minus 2, so x equals positive 2. And just so, if this is a hard one for you, right, I could say 8x squared equals 0, divide by 8, x squared equals 0, and square root x equals 0. So if you set this equal to 0, you're going to get a 0. Pretty much anything that's just an x squared cubed with a number in front is going to give you a 0. Alright? So I'm going to put the answers down for these guys, and whoever the sub is can share it with you, but I want you to try these guys alone, and I'm going to work through them as well. Remember to get your excluded values as well. Hate to forget that on your test, like I kind of waited to the end to do it. And give it a shot with your team.